The first step of doing your own Brazilian keratin treatment on your hair is to shampoo your hair twice using a clarifying shampoo. So this is the brand that I've chose to use. This is the second time that I've done my hair. I did it in August and I'm now doing it for my second time on the 1st of January 2025, ready to go on holiday. So as I say, this is my second. I've used one of these packets already, and this is how much I've got left from my first packet. So I ordered two. I've done it twice, as I say, 2 shampoos. That's what I've got left after 2. So I've got enough in that bag, this bag, to really do me for 3 shampoos and colours. Sorry, not colours, treatments. That's what I've got left. So here we are, we've shampooed our hair twice in the clarifying shampoo. You can't use a conditioner because obviously the treatment that you're putting on needs to be able to absorb into the hair. So it's very knotty and very like wiry, so you just have to comb it out as much as you possibly can before you go to the next stage of actually drying. Your hair needs to be very dry before you start painting the treatment on your hair. But here we are, so very wet, and now I just need to start getting, oh, still very knotty, start getting the hairdryer on there to get it dried off. So here we are with a hairdryer, about to get this dried. You don't have to style it, all you need to do is make sure it is nice and dry. You don't need to use a hairbrush, finger drying is perfectly fine. To be honest, I did mine in August, and this is how it comes out after I've washed it and not done nothing with it. I still can finger dry it and it would not be too bad after all this time, but I just want it to be really nice because we're off to the Caribbean on a cruise, and I just don't want to be spending time doing my hair all the while when I can be spending time doing other stuff. So I'm just going to get this blow dried now as quickly as I possibly can, but I am going to make sure it's really dry. So this is where I'm at with just finger drying my hair. So you can see it's still quite straight, but it can be better. So hence that's why I'm doing it again. But it's not bad. If I weren't going on a holiday, I'd be quite happy, I suppose. But I am going on holiday. So you do need to get all your stuff set up before you actually start doing it. And it is recommended that you use gloves because otherwise your fingers can go really wrinkly. And I don't want to go with wrinkly fingers. I've also bought myself, because it was recommended, a straightening brush. Haven't used it yet. Oh, that's the wrong way. Haven't used it yet. I'm going to give it a go. If I don't get on with it, I'll just go back to using a normal brush like I normally straighten my hair with. But yeah, seeing as it's just a finger blow dry. I coloured my hair 2 weeks ago because they do suggest to put the colour on first. So if it starts growing out, but it usually lasts longer once you've coloured your hair. But putting this treatment on can change the colour of your hair. It can lighten it a little bit. But last time it made it a bit more red, which I didn't mind. It looked quite pretty. So there we are with dry hair, but I'm getting very hot. Here we are now, I've got my gloves. Just going to get all my other stuff set up ready. So here we are, we're set up. We've got our gloves. I usually bring down 2 pairs because to put it on and then you need a pair to straighten it and drying it and stuff, because you're going to be needing 2 pairs really. I've got a bowl and a brush. I'm going to pour, this is the product that I use, the same as the clarifying shampoo. I'm going to pour little bits at a time so it doesn't get wasted. I've got my mirror for when it comes to straightening. I've got my hair clips, a comb and my straighteners. I've also got the straightening brush that I've bought to try. If I don't like it, I'll go back to my normal hairbrush. But so that's what we've got. We're going to get it all, start painting it. You have to take little thin sections and just paint it on your hair. It's probably best to put something old on because obviously if you get some of this product on you, it's not always the best. You don't really want to spoil any clothes with it. Here we are, I've got my hair sectioned and I've got my first little sections that I'm going to do left out. That one's probably a bit too big, but I'll do a little bit at a time. It's also recommended, because of the smell of this product, it's best if you have ventilation. So I put a fan on, which you can probably hear in the background, buzzing about a little bit. So I've got it in sections. I'm going to get my gloves on. If I can. Here we go, got my gloves. Get my gloves on. So I'm going to pour some of this. You have to give it a good shake first. You can get one that puts like a glitter in your hair, but I prefer not to have that. I don't want to be looking like a Christmas tree decoration. I know it's the 1st of January, but Christmas is gone. So moving forward, let's just give it a really good shake and just pour a little bit into the bowl at a time. It smells nice when it comes out. It smells like chocolate, like warm chocolate, but that smell don't last. When you start drying the product into your hair, it's quite a potent smell. Here we go then with the first section. You can make them smaller than this. It is recommended that you do make them small, but what you need to do is you need to coat the hair. You're trying to stay away from your scalp, so you don't necessarily want it on your scalp, but you do need to saturate the hair as much as you possibly can. So once you've got some on, you can pull it through with your fingers so that the hair from the roots to the tips, mid-length and ends is all fully covered. So you can just move it all down your hair with your hands, or if you prefer, you can use a comb. This will take any excess out, and with that fan going, obviously it will be drying it as you go along. So that's my first section done. And then to the other side. Oh, it's got some of the other side in, but it doesn't matter too much because I'm just going to cover it in the same product. So don't oversaturate your hair, and try, as I say, not to get it too much onto your scalp. Put it on the roots and pull it through, and it will sit on your hair nicely. And I just run it through so it's nice and wet. So that is the bottom first section really done. Feels nice and wet. That's cool. So there's another bit done. So I've done a few bits in there now. All nice and wet. Pulled through so it's on the whole mid-length, ends, roots, the whole hair, but I'm not getting it on my scalp. Now, I was quoted for someone to do this for me anywhere between 50, which I suppose isn't bad, but that's just one application, to 150. So I thought, I'll watch it on YouTube and I'll give it a go. So here we are, second one, and I'm giving it a go. And it worked out fine last time, so it will work out fine this time. Just keep taking the sections. That one's a bit big again. Little sections. Perhaps if you've got your glasses on, but I get hot in my glasses, so I'm just going to pin that out the way again. And put a little bit on there. Oh, getting in a right kerfuffle. Right, let me put it up there. There we go. It keeps falling down because it's getting a bit long. But anyway, here we go. Let's wet another section. As I say, it's my second attempt. It's just like as if you're going to put your own colour on your hair, really. If you colour your hair at home, no reason you can't do this, I don't think. Just small sections, and just keep pulling it through so that you're making sure that you've got it on the mid-lengths and ends. And the whole of the hair, I just then incorporate it into the other sections that I've done. So as if there's a little bit that's not been caught, I'm going to catch it. And there we go. So, got quite a bit done that side now, and it is all really wet. But that fan's going to dry it a bit, don't matter. So if you've got any little bits that are new hairs growing that come a little bit frizzy at the front, either at your front of your hair here or near your ears especially. I get them there. I always make sure, and it is recommended that you make sure that you really do soak them, and obviously pulling them straight while you're wetting them and mixing it in with the other hair. So we've got quite a good section done that side now. And it's my left hand side, so I'm right handed, which makes life a lot harder to be doing it on the opposite side, but it'll still be fine. It'll be fine. And I've not used all that product that I put in first time round. Again, look, right up to the ends of the hair, tips, roots of the hair, tips of the hair, and all the way down to the mid-lengths of the hair, painting it on just like it's a colour. Painting it on all the way to the tips of the hair. Ooh, I'm pulling in the wrong sections now. I just want to make sure that that's all in perfectly fine. Yeah, all nice and wet, and mix that in with the sections that I did previously. All nice and wet. Yeah, it'll just start drying because of that fan, but just keep mingling it in with the other hair. Keep going. That's one side done, look. Completely done, completely soddened from the root. Takes out any frizziness, like, you know, when it's hot day, and my hair tends to get a bit frizzy in the heat if I get a bit hot and sweaty, especially on holiday, or like if it's raining, you know, when it's raining and you get like frizzy bits of hair that start to come through. So this is stopping all that. Now this product does go on to anything you're using, so be careful. Don't then use that comb again unless you've washed it and got all the product out of it. So that side, I'm happy, it's done. It didn't take that long, did it really? It's nice and wet, even though the fan's going. And I'm pulling it and straightening it, but we're going to straighten it into the hair as well, so that's one side done. That's good. Let's get on to the other side. Here we are, not much left to do now, just the fringe and then that last little bit at the back, but the fumes in here are quite strong, so like I said, you need that fan really. Let me take my glasses off again. You need that fan really to make sure, and I've put a little bit more of the product in my bowl, and I'm still painting it on, pulling it through to make sure every bit of my hair is wet. Any product you've got, just tap it up on the ends, because obviously that fan's drying it, like I said. Just keep pulling it through. So when it gets to the front of your hair, the fumes are going to be a bit stronger, so just be warned. It might make your eyes water a little bit. Make sure it's all in and it's all wet. There you go. All in, all wet. Around my ears are very caught. And little bits. I get little bits here as well. It's like new hair that's growing. Make sure you've got, they're the annoying bits. All the little frizzy annoying hairs are most definitely caught. You might as well use any lotion that you've, or product that you've got left in there, and make sure it's all wet. So I've literally soaked all my hair, making sure I've got all my little bits, all the tiny bits in here, and the bits around the front of my hair are all very wet. And any product left, I just put on mid-lengths and ends, because, you know, it's been drying with that fan. So, and now we just need to leave this to soak into the hair. So I'm quite happy that I've got all my hair, take my glasses off again, got all my hair nice and wet. I've done all my tricky little bits, got that all caught. Now I'm going to leave this to soak into my hair for about 30 minutes. So it needs to just penetrate into the hair follicles and do its job. So I'm going to turn that fan off because it's absolutely freezing in here now. And I'm going to let that dry in for 30 minutes. So I'm going to set a timer. So the timer's set, and it's going to, you can leave it for 20 to 30 minutes, but I prefer to leave it in for 30 minutes. Let's see how it goes. Once you've had your 30 minutes up, the next stage will be to dry it. Again, you need to dry it on a medium heat hairdryer and make sure your hair is completely dry. I don't want a bit of a slap head, so let's pull that bit down a bit. But these fumes, if you have your hair too much on your face, they will be a bit stronger, and that's when your eyes start watering when you come to drying your hair with a hairdryer. So you need to be like near a door or something to keep it open and keep it ventilated, because the heat from the hairdryer makes the fumes even stronger. Yeah, so I comb my fringe down a bit. Now I've had to comb it away from my face because my eyes started to water. So keep it off your face as much as you possibly can, whether you look like a slaphead or not. Just keep it off. 26 minutes left to go. So here we are, 30 minutes are up. I'm now going to go and dry my hair with a hairdryer on a medium heat. But you can see it's already started to dry out. So again, you don't actually have to dry it with a a brush. You can just finger dry it again, like I did before. So I'm just going to quickly finger dry my hair now, and I'll show you what it's like in a minute. So here we're at. It's dry. Got it all dried. Just finger dried again. But the colour's not really changed much, so that's a good thing. And it all feels quite nice, soft. So what we do next is basically section it back up again. But obviously we don't need to do such small sections, so I'm just going to do one side and then the other. Here's my section clip. And on that side. Take off my glasses again, and then you do like you did the straightening, tiny little sections at a time. Sorry, the treatment, tiny little sections at a time to straighten it. So this is going to take quite a while. So I'm just doing my first. Oh, that didn't work well. The clip's in there, but the hair fell out because it feels nice and soft. Oh, let's try the new straightening brushes. Oh, they really feel different. And you need to pull it through quite a few times to make sure that the hair is perfectly straightened. Like that. So quite a few times. I think they say on average 5 to 6 times. And then the hair sits nice and straight and it feels so soft. So they actually say between 5 to 7 times. Couldn't remember. I'm not quite sure how many times I did it. Probably between 5 to 7. But you're just putting that straightness into the hair. But to be fair, this brush Really does pull through and straighten it quite before you get the straightener on it. It's quite a good, I can feel how it feels just by putting that straightening brush through the hair. Oh, can't get it. And again, some of the fumes do come off and sometimes you see a bit of smoke. Don't worry, your head's not on fire. But that's the first little section straightened, and it just feels like absolute silk. Feels lovely. Really does feel lovely. So I'm going to get more of it straightened. I've got a few bits. Just keep going over the same area just to make sure it's got, but the product is coming onto my clothes, so I am getting a bit covered in stuff, but that's why I said not to, or use a towel to cover yourself up. But it's always better to wear old clothes, and that hair is really hot when it lands on my neck. Oh, cack-handed again. These actually brush, it does actually make a difference. But the hair is just like silk, look. It's lovely. Next little section. Feels so nice. It's literally so silky. I just want to sit straightening it. Look. It's just literally like silk, but hot. Hot silk, hot silk. Another little section. When the product's going on your hair, it smells really nice, like chocolatey. But when you're doing the hair drying, obviously you can smell the chemicals in it, and they do flake off a little bit as well. And these little bits in here, you know, the curly little bits, you really do need to get a grip on them without burning your head off or your ear off, and straighten them out as much as you possibly can. Now once you've got this straightened, they tell you not to put your hair up, try not to get it wet, do not tie it back, do not bend it. You need to basically just keep your hair nice and straight. They say between 72 hours, longer if you can. So I usually leave mine on for 4 days before I shampoo it again. It's not good to keep shampooing your hair, to be fair, and I know a lot of people do wash their hair on a daily basis, and you shouldn't, because you're taking out your natural oils of your hair. You're supposed to be trying to make your hair healthy. This feels so nice. And look, all my little frizzy bits. I need to make sure all them little frizzy bits are straight as I can get them, without burning my ear off like I just did. I think, ouch, it's hot. Ouch, it's hot. Yeah, it's hot. It's very hot. Those fumes just got me. Oh, they're still coming off. Especially when you get around your face, they're really... Are we feeling like the colour's changed a bit? Fumes. Maybe a little bit lighter. Oh, around your face. And have good job I don't have any mascara on, because I'm going to end up with panda eyes if I'm not careful. But look at that. It's so lovely. So soft. I might put the fan back on, it's getting hot. Still keep getting them fumes in my eyes. When I get to the front of my hair, my little eyes water a bit. That's one side nearly done, look. Looking good. And I paid around 40 quid for that bottle. I've still got over half a bottle. The shampoo that I bought was about £5 and I've only used one bag, one of the little packets of the shampoo, and I bought 2 and I've done it twice, so I've got enough left in that other packet to do a third. So I was quoted anywhere between 50, because they had an offer on, to 150 to do this to my hair. I've paid less, I've done it twice, and I've probably got another 2 to 3 lots of product that I can do it 2 to 3 more times on my hair. Yeah, I want to go in with this one now. I just want to use my normal hairbrush because it literally is like silk. And I quite like the colour it's brought out actually. Got like a real nice red tone, so I think it has lightened my hair, definitely. And as I say, I'm not going to wash my hair now for 4 days, so that the product can really sit into my hair and be there. It's not scary, you should attempt this, you should do it. It's just like straightening your hair but painting it at the same time. Got all little white specks all over my clothes at the minute from where this brush is pulling it off my hair. And it's still a bit smelly. As you straighten it, you can smell the fumes coming off, especially around your face still. Going to get right on those little hairs that tend to stick out at the and go curly. Why did I do that? Like frizzy. See, to get them all. I find it smells so much nicer going on than when you're starting to straighten it. It's not unpleasant. It's just the smell of that product when you're putting the straightener through. You can smell like the chemical stuff in it. Oh, my eyes. I've gone back to this brush for this side. I'm a little bit cack-handed doing it with the other one, although I do like the other one. Just keep straightening it. Quite pleased with this. I did it August and now we're in the 1st of January. I think it lasts quite, I know it takes a long while to be doing it, it's a bit of a faff, but if you're not going to be getting frizzy hair, I don't want to be spending my holiday having to keep doing my hair and straightening it. So I'm kind of hoping I will take my straighteners because we've got a couple of special evenings. We're going on a cruise, so we've got a couple of black tie nights where I want my hair to be absolutely perfect, so I will take my straighteners just because I don't want to be disappointed or I think that looks okay. Got stuff all over me. It feels lovely. It's just like silk. It feels so nice. I've got in as much as I possibly can to straighten these bits off. Yeah, quite happy with that. Now 4 days, no shampooing, but when I do come to shampooing it, I do, or you should, use a sulfur-free shampoo. So I've bought some. They sell it on Amazon, they sell it on eBay. I bought my product from eBay, but again, you can get it from Amazon. If you're an Amazon shopper, go there. If you prefer eBay, because you don't want to subscribe and pay for things to be delivered, etc., it's up to you. So I'm quite happy with this. This is my second attempt, like I've told you 1,001 times. I like the colour it has gone to, and it feels literally like perfect. So soft, so healthy. Hopefully no frizz when I get on holiday. Definitely give it a go. Why pay all that money when you can do it yourself? Saves you a fortune. There you go then. That's me done.